Welcome to Fargo Talks Fargo, an unofficial podcast on the FX television series. Fargo Talks Fargo is hosted by me, Bill Lempe, and my buddy Sharpie. This season of Fargo Talks Fargo is sponsored by Fargo Brewing and their Wood Chipper IPA. Today's podcast is also sponsored by Audible.com. Tune in later to find out more about how you can get a free trial at Audible.com because it's awesome and we like listening to books the same way we love listening to podcasts. So Sharpie, here we are, episode 4.
Hotdish.
And what was the thing behind this one? Fear and Trembling, right? That's the deal? Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I don't even know what to do. For starters, I'm actually in South Dakota right now.
You are, aren't you?
Little toss-up, except I'm on the wrong side of the state.
You're way over there.
So for those who don't know, Sioux Falls, directly south of Fargo, what, 4 hours?
3.5 hours, yeah.
Right? But South Dakota is on the Sioux Falls is on the South Dakota-Minnesota border. Laverne is about 20 minutes across the border, right? Yeah.
Into Minnesota
To the east. I, on the other hand, have chosen for some reason to go from Fargo to Rapid City, South Dakota, which is all the way on the west side of the state. And I am like 20, 30 miles, I think, from Wyoming.
Right. You are about 8.5-ish hours from Fargo right now.
Yeah. I flew here.
If you were to drive.
Driving sucks.
I know this because I stay in Rapid City all the time because I usually stop there when I'm driving home from Denver to Fargo. Rapid City is super fun, especially in the summer. 'Cause it's a little bit of a seasonal town.
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle of South Dakota. So most of the cool stuff happens during the summer. But if you happen to go through, it's fun. There's a lot of quirky, weird shit to do.
Yeah, and it's not a huge town. I mean, it's like, I can't remember. I think somebody told me 40,000 people, maybe 60. I can't remember. I feel I owe it. I feel like I owe it to them to look
Mount
it up.
Rushmore. If you haven't seen Mount Rushmore, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is around here, isn't it?
Plus all kinds of other weird stuff. There's an awesome restaurant that I really like called
68,000 people.
I say awesome restaurant, but it's I don't know, it's just like one of these quirky Western places. It's like called the Gaslight.
Oh.
They have some pretty good pork shanks there, if you're interested.
Well, the night is young. It's 9:20. So wait, I'm on your time. Am I on Mountain Time?
Yeah, you're on my time. You're on my side.
Okay, so 10 minutes ago, the show ended. We got to talk about the show. We could, and so if you didn't see it, you can follow us on Twitter at Fargo Talks Fargo, at Lempe Lempe, and at Sharpie CHARPIE, and you can see because I found Nixon today, which was fun. There's presidents on every corner here and statues. Also strange.
Mm-hmm.
But so the show opens. Did you catch the Count Basie song?
Yes.
Nice thing. A little flashback to 1951 Fargo. That theater, totally not as cool as the actual Fargo theater that's downtown. I mean, am I right?
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
But when you're wrong, you're really wrong.
We learned a little bit about Dodd, which I thought was incredible about Dodd and Otto going to the movie, and he flipping knifes a guy in the head.
Dodd's been killing since he was in 3rd grade, I guess.
It's in his blood. What do you do?
No wonder why war is always on his mind.
No doubt. The guy
was raised by Otto.
Interesting
von Gerhardt.
It's good to know that even 20 years ago, 28 years ago, even the Gerhardts weren't top dog then.
That's right.
Leadership comes and goes, but I think real poignant for later that we'll talk more about tomorrow was the kill the king or be the king, and then the comment about write a letter to Napoleon. Yeah. And then I'm just going to go ahead and skip right ahead that, by the way, spoilers. I feel like I have to say that. Right away when the whole scene happens outside where Otto was getting treatment, that he took his hat off, which to me was like, look, I'm taking off your crown. You're not going to be in charge anymore. I was like, boom. And I immediately thought,
dethroned.
Kill the king or be the king. And they don't need to kill him to take the crown, I think is what they're saying. They're showing that they understand Otto's weak and that it's really up to Floyd and the family.
Right. And what honor is it in killing a man who can't defend himself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
So,
what other big items of note do you have?
This is what we've been waiting for, right? We're in episode 4. We're getting to the midway point in the show, and it's about time. Like, we're waiting for the war, and the war is about to happen.
Yeah.
So, clearly, we have some interesting sort of, I don't know what you call it, interaction with Dodd and Floyd. Clearly, Dodd's succumbed to the fact that he screwed up a little bit. There's that tiny scene in the car with Dodd and Floyd where Dodd put his head on Floyd's shoulder. And
you're skipping way ahead. Yeah.
I'm getting.
No, it's okay. Go for it.
There. And Dodd puts his head on his mom's shoulder, and clearly he probably realized, he fucked up by messing with those guys in the diner. He let his brute get a little bit ahead of him, and now he's kind of asking for forgiveness through his mom, and his mom's I
think so.
His mom's a little bit like, what the F, man? I mean,
I think
at first she's just like, I'm pissed at you, and then she realizes it's her son, and she still loves him, but that whole scene in the car was really interesting.
Well, I think you realized it right away in that scene where she was flanked by Bear and Dodd, and he started to talk, and it was just like Bear just had to take him out of the room, and she knew he screwed up, but it's her kid. She's gonna back that up, and a little bit of, I think somewhere along the way, she's going to have to choose. But I do want to, if you don't mind me pulling a little rewind on you, because I think we're both right about, I just forgot his name. I'm sorry. Can you please remind me? I do this every flipping week. Bear's son. I always just want to be like, bring out the gimp.
Jeez.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's my. I saw a thing about Breaking Bad and Pulp Fiction, and now I can't stop thinking about it. But either way, it really, really crazy that the Too Much Paranoias by Devo song playing, and he really does. It's it for that kid. He thinks Dodd is the shit. He wants to be a big man. He wants to play the game, and he isn't going to let anything get in his way. Not any physical capability or whatever his problem is. He's not going to let that get in the way. And he's like, look, I'm going to just, here's how I reload a gun, and go pap, 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 rat, tat, tat. And he's got it done, I think there's going to be something to that. His
For
desire,
sure.
his desire to be and please Dodd over his own father.
You're definitely going to see him come to the rescue for the Gerhardts at some point.
Yeah. Or attempt to. And I don't know if we need to talk about the whole fake drug, real drug situation just yet. We can save that for the full recap. But can I just say, I'm still calling him Landry just because I can a little bit, but Ed Blomquist ass. Man, I almost didn't notice it. It blended in with that white shirt so much. After he and Peggy got done fake making a baby and she went and took her pills, they cut to that scene and he's taking a whiz. Did you block it away from your memory already? That
I must have.
got to see some serious Jesse Plemons ass. Not to mention we got to see a little bit of ass crack from Otto as well. So it was the man crack episode.
That's right.
But
I always saw a little bit of Gerhardt crack.
Hey, he at least got laid, I guess. There's that. Because he said, today is the first day of the rest of our lives. Just completely showing how out of touch he really is. Yeah. And Hansi's hot on the trail. Hey, what did you make? Tell me what you made of Hansi having his J.J. Abrams light flashes.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch this section again. I mean, obviously, I'll watch it again for the deep dive. But so they make a point to show the clock in the diner when he walks in. The diner is still shut down. I don't know if we know how many days have passed, but maybe it hasn't really been that many. But the diner's still a crime scene, and nothing's been done to clean that up. So Hansi's back at the diner. He's checking it out. They make a point to show the clock in the diner, and I thought it said it was like 7:07.
Right.
So this would have to be morning because at this time in the season it would be pitch black outside. So if it was 7:07, maybe that's the case. But
wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry. He goes outside and he starts digging around and he starts starts sniffing the trail and he finds some little piece of glass from what we know is the Blomquist car. And then he sees some J.J. Abrams lights in the sky. It's probably the Enterprise. We don't know. So that happens, and there's like there's clearly a weird time shift in the
space-time continuum.
Like you see Hansi's face. There's clearly like a fast forward in time.
He knows, yeah.
And then he looks down at his watch, and I swear to God, it said like 9:07 or something.
Oh, see, that's weird. I feel like we're seeing different things. For some reason, I wrote like 12:40 something ish. We got to look back at that.
We have to look back.
I literally wrote a note. I actually wrote, did JJ direct this episode, or is this some talking to the earth shit, is what I wrote. 12:04 something ish in his watch. But
well, one of us is crazy,
wrong.
and I could definitely be the one.
One of us, we're both fucking bananas. You know that.
Yes.
But
the point, I mean, they showed the clock in the diner, and they showed him looking down at his little pocket watch, and the times did not match. So something happened where there was like some time lost.
Is this the time loss that happens when aliens show up?
This is what happens. And now there's something in his butt, which he'll realize in the next episode.
It's if it was Pulp Fiction, it would be that pocket watch. See how I'm coming full circle here? I thought it was interesting that the car was a 65 Corvair, which is quote-unquote unsafe at any speed, according to Ralph Nader.
That's right.
It's obviously horse shit on the ice if you're trying to crash into a tree. I was really not surprised to find out that Hansi was in Nam. He's been wearing that green jacket around like his only badge of courage. I shouldn't say his only badge of courage, but he's obviously got family ties, but he's done it, and I was super happy to see Carl Weathers back, so he can say shit like, "Yes, Sonny, I got eyes," and alert the local constable.
Charlie Gerhardt is the guy's name.
God, my bad.
Sorry,
my bad.
Yeah, but coming back to Nam, I guess we did. Thanks to our Twitter followers, we did, and we didn't really bring this back into the deep dish last week, but. Lou was a swift boat lieutenant.
Yeah, the brownwater kind.
Yes,
you brought up.
Which is what we brought up.
Hats off to everybody.
What we said was, if he was in the Navy and he was in Nam and he were to see some shit, he would have had to be in the brownwater Navy.
Yeah,
and I think we got that confirmed.
He's in the thick. Hey, for whatever reason, speaking of shout-outs, I'm going to, in this episode, at least just give a shout-out to my friend John's coworker who... My friend John thought he was hallucinating at work today in Rochester, Minnesota, because he swore he heard my voice or something. Anyway, turns out it was just somebody listening to our podcast at the office. So, hat tip to whoever you are, lady out there listening to the show at work. Hope you don't turn it up too fucking loud,
lady out there.
So, did you feel like Mike Milligan was at the Overlook Hotel for a minute?
No.
That hallway shot. I just waited for Danny and his big wheel to kick it on down the road.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, sure.
Completely Cohen-esque to be like, eventually find out that the pinky in his butt was a thumb. Yeah, well, she is on methadone in Bismarck. Hey, floating my conspiracy theory, turns out Molly is how old, Sharpie?
6?
6. Boom. I just want to know. Somebody tell me what's up with 6. And the line I also wrote a note, Carl was stressing the plumbing. It's nice to know that Carl's known throughout the town for taking big shits at other people's places. Like, here's the question. What was he doing at the mechanic's place other than dropping his deuce?
That is a good question. What was he
I
doing
have a feeling that's just his thing. Goes around, talks to the locals, gives his conspiracy theories, poops. He treats everybody like it's Barnes & Noble.
You know what I watched over the weekend?
What'd you watch?
This has nothing to do with the show, really.
Well, why stop now?
I watched a Simon Pegg movie with Jesse Plemons in it.
Which one?
The one where it's with Seth Rogen and Simon Pegg and the guy that's always in Simon Pegg movies with him.
The last, or the one about the Earth falling apart? No.
I'm looking.
Well, this is a really great conversation you've managed to work us into. Thanks for that, Sharpie.
But Jesse Plemons was in it.
Well, gee, everybody here who's listening is just ecstatic now.
It totally caught me off guard.
Sharpie knows a movie that these two are in together that has nothing to do with anything except the fact that he can't even list what the fucking title is.
It's not even on.
Turns out IMDb's broke for you.
It's called
Paul. Oh, is this about the alien?
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, well, see, there's your tie-in.
Enjoyable.
UFOs and shit.
Yeah. UFOs, Jesse Plemons.
Bring it back.
It's all going to come back to Simon Pegg in the end.
Okay. The world's end will happen. Thanks. So long. So what is it? So long and thanks for all the fish.
I guess it was called Paul. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's get this on the train to wrapping up. And before we do, just once again, super, super big thank you to Fargo Brewing. Go to fargobrewing.com to check them out. They normally we would have cracked a beer, but I don't have any of their beer with me because I can't put that on a plane. But they really helped make this season happen. Also, big shout out to audible.com. So if you want to go check out and get a free trial, go to audibletrial.com/FargoTalksFargo and sign up at that link, and you can get a free book. And we have made recommendations in previous episodes, so I would recommend going back to one of those. I did attempt to start listening to The Fold on the plane today, but the gentleman next to me, guy next to me got kind of chatty, but he was interesting. So
that's when you just fart.
I obliged the entire flight. So coming back to the show, thanks again to those sponsors. They're fantastic, and you can learn more about them on our site at fargotalksfargo.com. Here's a little thing I noticed. So obviously we got Peggy, Ed, people are hot on the trail. Hansi's hot on the trail. Mike knows what's going on because he's fucking a Gerhard who's putting a thumb in his butt. And did you notice the interesting thing that I thought? I don't know if this is foreshadowing, but I felt like it was something. Did you notice that Lou's hat going up to the Blomquist door I was like, holy crap, he has the same silhouette as one of those goddamn Kitchen brothers. I worry that that's going to do something. No, you don't see it? Okay.
I mean, sure, I could see it, but...
Did you notice the coffee table book on Ed and Peggy's place? Modern Decor?
Nope.
Kind of reeked a little bit of, what was it, the Turkish bath decorating from Don Chumph last season. You know, just the fact that someone in that relationship is hopeful for a life they'll never probably ever live. Along with the fact that her shirt was like Paris and travel.
That's a good throwback there.
Her shirt was like Paris and travel stuff. So she's completely checked out outside of the fact that she's still boning her husband and blew his money for the meat market. I don't know. I don't know what else.
Turkish bath.
Oh, you haven't thought about that for a while? How do you forget? Remember Don Chumph,
I just don't think about Turkish bathhouses a lot, I guess.
Isn't that what it was? It wasn't a Turkish bath thing?
Well, I don't know. That seems to be on your radar.
I have to look that back up.
Do you probably subscribe to like Turkish
Bath Monthly?
Yeah, like emails and shit.
Yeah. Either way, here's what I know. I need to get to the bottom of Fear and Trembling, which, you know, big surprise, is a Kierkegaard novel. which also has ties into religion with Abraham and Isaac and all these. Oh, there's so much. I don't even know how to I can't even digest it yet, but we're going to have to by Wednesday.
Yep. That's our job.
I think this episode was fun. I think we've set the stage for a lot. The bed has been.
Floyd said,
the bed has been
war.
Shit. It's war. And
here we go.
Oh, one other quick thing, just in case I forget for tomorrow or Wednesday night was. Oh, where was my sons will abide, just like the dude.
Dude abides.
So, I also thought that was interesting too that Floyd. Did you notice that because I'm obviously hooked on colors and things. Did you notice that Floyd and Bear were wearing the same color jackets this time?
Right.
Flanking their mom. Very similar color, and that turns out Floyd lost a firstborn son in the Korean War. And that's
Elroy,
the minute
was that his name?
I don't. Wait, is this the Jetsons? I just worry too that she's gonna have to sacrifice a son somehow through this. And oh crap! Mike's gun that snapped out of his jacket, just like he's flipping De Niro in Taxi Driver.
Wait,
did
what?
You catch that? I'm sorry, I'm all over the map. When Mike shot the runaway helper, with Otto, he walked out of the building and out of his jacket was like one of those retractable gun things, just like the little contraption De Niro builds in Taxi Driver.
Oh yeah, that came out of his sleeve.
I'm pretty sure. I saw that immediately. It was like De Niro. I could be wrong. Look back. This is what
she was kind of hot too. I was sad about
this is what the Twitter is for. They're gonna fix us. That's what we count on you guys to fix us every week. So I feel like we've summed it all up.
Yeah.
At least until we have time to digest. So I need to go find a better place to have a beer after I edit this podcast. You need to get some deep thinking done.
Check out the Independent Ale House downtown Rapid City.
I'm gonna do that. And if I die, it's been nice talking to you guys because I'm staying at a haunted hotel called the Hotel Alex Johnson.
It's haunted? That's what they say?
Yeah, they say it's haunted. There's people who've killed themselves here, and there's a little girl who hangs out in this crazy rooftop bar.
I've stayed there. I've never seen it.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, it's because you didn't stay in room 812. Yep, already been up there. Dan and I were up there earlier. There's something called a whiskey smash. Smash. That's what we had. So maybe I need to go have another one of those. So
do it. Say hi
anyway, man, I got to get back to it here. But thanks so much for listening, you guys, and thanks for Sharpie for joining us. And like I said, we're both on the road basically, or I'm on the road this week. So, but we'll get back to it Wednesday. Get the full deep dish, as Sharpie's calling it, even though deep dish pizza is not pizza. It's just terrible. Sorry, Chicagoans, but it's not fucking pizza. Oh, God, I just started another world war.
You just started a war.
Crap. So, okay. Well, let's go brush up on our Kierkegaard.
We'll
talk soon. All right, man.
Later.